Hey everyone, Dylan here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about all the bones that I have broke. And so, in my, 25 years of life, I have broken several of my bones. So I'll just kind of go in order from what kind of I can remember. So, when I was really little, I don't even know how old I was. I was like maybe 3 years old. I could at least walk at this point. So, my older brother and older sister, I am the youngest out of 4. They were doing something with a mattress, a bed mattress that was like with a bed frame, and they had it held up for whatever reason, the mattress. And for whatever reason, I was, doing my thing, and I stuck my leg in between the mattress frame and the mattress, and I think my sister was the one who was holding up the mattress, and she couldn't hold it up anymore, and then dropped it. Mattress hit my ankle with the bed frame, and it broke my left ankle, and that is the first bone that I broke. I was really little, so I really don't remember much about it. The next bone that I would break was, I was in first grade. I was probably maybe like 7 or 8 years old, something like that, maybe like 7. It's really hard to remember, but it's probably about 7, and I was talking to my friend in like the mulch, like during recess when I was at school. I was like at the playground area, and I was in the mulch, and from behind, this kid ran and pushed me. And then when I fell, my right arm twisted, and then when I fell and hit, it ended up breaking. Now, we didn't know it was broken at first. I just knew it hurt a lot, and I went to the nurse's office, and she like had me do a test or something. I do a thing. She's like, "Oh, do your thing like this," and it really hurt, and she's just laughing about it while I'm in pain, and it kind of upset. It made me mad when I was a kid when I was like that. And so like when she's just laughing about it, she like turned to go like get an ice pack from her little fridge that she had, and I was so mad that I just left. As a 7-year-old, I just left before she gave me it because I was really hurting. And I went home, I think I told my mom or something about it, and I eventually went to the doctors and got an x-ray, and I was like, yep, it's broken. And so I guess I knew myself, my pain more than the nurse did, because I was like, this really hurts. I don't want your bull crap, So that was the next bone I broke. Then the next bone that I broke my left arm, and I'll get to why I think I've broken so many bones when I was younger, but I'll get to that at the end of this. But the next bone that I had broken was my left arm, and it's gonna be hard to explain this, but my there were these girls who I was talking to, and I don't know why I did this. I just remember doing it, and I was probably about 9 years old, maybe like about 9 years old at this time, 9, 10 maybe, but about 9, maybe in, I don't know, 3rd grade maybe. But what ended up happening was I jumped towards them to like scare them away, and they ran away and they were scared. I don't remember why, but I just jumped forward, kid stuff, right? I jumped forward at them like slightly, but when I landed, I sucked so bad that when I landed after jumping towards them, I fell backwards and lost my balance. And I don't know that you'll be able to see because I don't think the camera's far back. But with my arms completely out to my sides, like in a cross shape, I fell backwards, and my back and both my arms slammed into the pavement, not pavement, but the concrete, because that's where we were standing, and it hurt so bad. And I just remember being there at recess, just on the ground afterwards, just sitting crisscross, holding my arm, just crying in pain. And I don't remember when I eventually went to the doctors for that one, but I did eventually and found out that my left arm had gotten broken. And it makes me wonder is because I broke my right arm the first time, why that my right arm also did not get broken when I fell and just my left. But whatever the case, that was the next bone and that got broken. Then the next bone that got broken was actually a repeat offender, I believe. And that was my left ankle. I broke my left ankle a second time, and it was a stupid way. I was at a friend's house, hanging out with him, and I don't know what we were doing, but we ended up being on this tall. I was on this tall bed with and I don't know what we were doing. We were playing around, doing something, but I ended up falling off the side of the bed, this tall bed, and my ankle hit the side railing when I fell, and it broke it somehow. And yeah, I just remember my friend's grandfather, because he lived with his grandparents, he held me in his arms and put me in his truck and then drove me home, which I was just a couple doors down. And then to find out that I had broken I believe that was in 4th or 5th grade that happened. And and it had gotten broken a second time in the same spot, which I have heard that once you break your ankle, it's easier to break the second time, so that would make sense why it got broken so easily. But yeah, and then another time, we're almost done, but not quite. I broke my left thumb. This one wasn't completely my fault. In gym class, we have these things called scooters, is what they were calling them. But there's basically these square kind of shaped things made of plastic that have wheels on them, and you sit on them and roll around on them on the gym floor. And we were doing some sort of game with them, and I had my hand on the ground for a moment for whatever reason, and someone ran over my left thumb and broke that. So yeah, that wasn't great. And then another thing was when I was in a bus wreck. When I was about 12 years old, my bus got into a bus wreck in the winter, and I had broke my left collarbone doing that. That was probably the thing that hurt the most out of all my breaks, was having my left collarbone being broken. It was the worst, probably one of the worst pains I've ever had. Really sucked. And yeah, that was my left collarbone. So I've pretty much broken my left ankle, my left collarbone, my left thumb, my left arm, my left side here is kind of screwed a little bit. And here's a little bonus one. This wasn't a break, but it was a sprain. I got kicked in my left wrist by goofing off with one of my friends, and he accidentally, I don't know how it exactly happened, but I got kicked in the wrist, my left wrist, and it was sprained. So yeah, my whole left side, especially my whole left arm, having my left thumb broken, my left collarbone broken, having my left arm broken, and my left wrist sprained. My left arm is kind of screwed. I mean, it all healed, of course. All my breaks were all of them healed fine. I also bashed in my nose on a table saw thing or whatever in a thing before so I have an indent in my nose. I don't know if you'd count that as a break. I didn't quite break it, but I indented it and smashed it, and blood was coming out of my nose because I hit it on a table thing in my friend's garage. Yeah, so those are kind of all my breaks, plus a couple bonus ones that weren't technically breaks. I've gotten hurt in other ways too, but funnily enough, when I used to skateboard, none of those breaks were from skateboarding. I never broke a bone skateboarding. It was all from other things, but I think I broke a lot of things because I was malnourished. I didn't have good nutrition when I was a kid because I was so picky. I wouldn't eat anything other than peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And it's no fault of my mom's. My mom tried to get me to eat stuff. I was just so picky that I wouldn't. So I think just because I didn't eat enough stuff, that's why my bones broke so easy back then. Also why I'm so short, probably. If I would have eaten better as a kid, I might at least be able to be 5'6", 5'7", because my mom's I think 5 foot, 5'1". My dad's 5'6". So it makes sense that I'd end up in between them. But I mean, had I eaten better, I probably could have been more like 5'5", 5'6" at least. So, but I don't know. Who knows? But those have been the bones that I have broke in my lifetime. Hopefully I don't break any more. You know, it's been a while since I broke the last one. Last time I broke a bone, I was 12. So it's been about 13 years. So I'm doing pretty good. But yeah. But yeah, let me know what kind of bones you guys have broken and anything else in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. I will see you guys in the next video.